It's Thursday, September 11th. Training today was a max effort upper body workout. So going into it this morning, and the heavier the weights get, it just seems I really need more and more stretching and warm up sets. So my warm ups are taking longer and longer. I'm doing, foam rolling. I'm using chirp wheel. I'm swinging clubs and maces, trying to get shoulders and upper back and everything loosened up. I do some push ups, not a lot of them, 3 sets of 12. I bang out some pull ups, just trying to get the nervous system woken up and just all the moving parts, shoulders and triceps and all the creaks out, so to speak. And then I was going to max effort bench today with command. I didn't have a spotter or anybody to lift out, training by myself like I usually do. So I knew it was going to be tough, right? Just it's tough for me to get the weight out of the rack. It definitely kills some energy. And with a nice good pause at the bottom, I'm getting to the point where it's, these getting close to that hit or miss mark. So I think that one might have been weighing on me a little bit. I could have asked Jill to spot me, but I know she's busy. She's, it just I'm like, I'm just gonna do it on my own. But I know if I asked her, she absolutely would have done it for me. So after warming up, I start moving the barbell, and it was kind of a weird feeling. Like it was moving easy. It wasn't like it was heavy or hard, but I just felt like I didn't have I don't know if energy is the right word. So I'm trying to get some caffeine in me. I broke my rule. I cracked an energy drink, which I was trying to stay away from. I drank a C4. I'm only like halfway through it, just kind of sipping on it, trying to get, and I already had a cup of coffee earlier. And then things kind of kicked in, and I'm like, all right, I get up to 225. I'm pausing it, blast up. I'm like, okay, that was I got it. I was almost talking myself out of either trying to lift less than the 250. I was planning on lifting and pausing 250. My original goal for the meet was if I can do a competition 250 bench, I would be happy. That would be great. That falls right in line with my numbers. It's a solid number for me, just getting back into things. I'd be totally cool with that. I did 245 the week before on my own with the pause, and it went well. So rather than I wasn't going to be greedy and try 255 today, let me try the 250. And I almost talked myself out of it, or I was going to change the bar and do a max effort with a different bar so I wouldn't have like a direct comparison with the weight because it was different. And again, like I said, because I didn't have the spotter, and then I just said, you know what? You just got to toughen up. You got imagine if this was competition day. You don't have a choice, right? They're calling your name to the platform. You got to perform. Win, lose, or draw, you got to perform. So, okay, like stop being a baby. We're going to do this. It still doesn't rectify the fact that I don't have a spotter or a lift out. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. So I take the lift, sets up real nice, take it out. I do a real long pause at the bottom. I got the camera set up so I'm watching, make sure I don't lift my butt, and smooth as silk. I blast through it. Definitely had a little bit more in me, shut it down, and I was really, really happy that I didn't talk myself out of it because that would have been, you know, disappointing. I would have been disappointed in myself, and I wouldn't have known that I hit that lift so easily. So I get it. It's real easy to talk yourself out of doing things, but sometimes you just have to, and the outcome ends up working out. And in this case, it did. And then after that, I went to the incline bench. I used a 4-inch cambered bar. So real high incline, real deep at the bottom. I just throw like 135 on there and I blast out 20 reps, super deep. That took a lot out of me. I did a couple sets after that, but I didn't get to 20 on the I lost reps on the next couple sets, but that 20 rep set, that toasted me. It really, exhausted the chest and the triceps, moved on to some close grip bench. Now I'm really toast. All my I'm done pressing. Did some barbell rows, did some shrugs, and then I just worked some biceps, abs, and calves. Nothing crazy, just some pump work. trying to keep the joints healthy. The calves, I like to do a lot of calves to keep the ankles and knees and everything healthy. And it was just ended up being just a great workout. And again, is solidifying my confidence going into this competition that my lifts should be right where I want to be. If I just, you never can tell on competition day, but the trend is your friend, and it's trending in the right way for me. So that's it for today. Tomorrow, I usually don't train on Fridays, but somebody rescheduled my 5 a.m. appointment to later in the day. So my first appointment's not till 6 in the morning. So I think I'm going to come in that 4 o'clock hour and really focus on doing some mobility work, do some neck training. I might even drag some sleds, some more forearm work, just do all those little odds and ends things. That little accessory work, get some exposure to it that I'm kind of running out of time doing during the week, because then I'm going to do a max effort lower body lift on Sunday. So it's that Friday morning workouts, nothing that's going to take the starch out of me that's going to affect my training on Sunday. Just going to focus on the small stuff. All right, so that's it. I will, if I come in, which I plan on coming in the morning, I'm not going to make a training log video. I'll just tack that onto the next training log video, which I'm sure I'll do one after we max out on Sunday morning. See you guys on the next one.